You might not believe this, but God is so good and He's so intentional and He speaks through people into our life. And this is something that actually happened to me on Saturday once again, and it was so beautiful and so intentional. So this is day 10 of the Diary of a Christian Podcaster, and probably I can't do the hand movement thing tomorrow anymore because it's going to be like 11 or something. So yeah, but I wanted to share with you how on Saturday I went out for a walk, and it was just something that I haven't done in a while, to take a walk without any goal, basically just walking. And I decided to take a little pit stop at a cafe where you cannot sit down, but you can just grab something and walk with it. And so I did, and funnily enough, exactly at that cafe I ran into my friend, and we've been running into each other every couple of days, even though we don't even live in the same area. So that's been super fun. But that was just the start of it all. Then I kept on walking, and on my walk, all of a sudden, this guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, we know each other, right? We know each other from your church. Can you remember me?" And so we started chatting, and he told me that he just felt that by the Holy Spirit to stop me, because we didn't know each other well. We just saw each other a couple of times about a year ago. And then we started speaking. He asked me a couple of questions. He had a friend with him, and it was so cool because then he was asking me, "Can I pray for you?" And so he started praying for me, and he prayed into things that I didn't even share with him beforehand. So he prayed into things that I was actually praying about, that I was actually thinking about, and it just came up in prayer. So it was this whole Holy Spirit connection moment, the Holy Spirit just speaking to him what I needed prayer for. And so I just felt so blessed in that moment. And then I kept on walking after we kind of concluded our prayer and conversation. And at that moment, I didn't ask him if he needed prayer as well, because it just didn't feel like the right moment. And we just kept walking. He went another way with his friend, and I went another way. And then after about 15 minutes, we ran into each other again. So our paths crossed the second time. And that time, our conversation got kind of reversed. So he shared more about his life instead of asking me that many questions. And I asked him then if I can pray for him. And so I did. And I was able to pray into his life, and was able to pray into things that I could sense the Holy Spirit telling me to pray for. And he told me how blessed he felt about it. So this whole encounter was just such a Holy Spirit moment. And I just wanted to share it with you because how incredible is God? How intentional is He? He just makes us meet people in a city that we haven't seen for a year or more, that aren't even going to the same church anymore. And He just wants us to connect, and He just wants to use us and speak through us. And I hope that encourages you.